Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Julie's Orchids. Today we're going to do a little repotting of this species Oncidium sotoanum, and we're going to take it out of this little pot, and I'm going to put it into my preferred setup, which is pumice. And this is supposed to, I think, remain a small plant. They use this in the hybridization of the twinkles, so I'm going to put it in a wine glass. So that's what we're doing today at Julie's Orchids, a quick little repot, and let's get to it. So we'll just move some stuff out of the way. I got this a little bit before Christmas, and I haven't done much to it. So I'm just giving the pot here a little bit of a squeeze. I watered it yesterday, and I can feel that it's kind of stuck. Thinking I might need to re-wet the media. There we go. Okay, well, I really dislike using the styrofoam. I just really dislike the styrofoam. These little roots here, they all feel like they're dead. I'm going to leave them on, and these pieces of styrofoam, that root's gone right into it, and these just aren't releasing. It looks like it's got a new little root growth coming out there off the new growth. So I think this is a good time to try to save this and get it out of this styrofoam. And I'm basically just going to clean up a little bit of the sheath here. Trying to be careful of those roots. Okay, so I've gotten it out of the pot, and it was planted in mostly styrofoam, just little tiny bits of bark and a little bit of, looks like cocoa fiber, not sure. The roots feel dead. I don't like styrofoam, but this styrofoam here is pretty well stuck on the roots. I don't want to risk much of these roots. There's one, like this one, I think is alive, but for the most part they're feeling all pretty dead. But we do have new root growing right there, and again you can see that this root here is growing directly into this big ball of styrofoam. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this as is, like this, into my preferred setup of pumice. But before we do that, we're going to clean all this mess up. All right, so we've got that bit of a mess cleaned up. I'm using the smallest size pumice that I have because this is got really fine little roots, and I find that in my environment, in my growing conditions, if you have little fine roots like this, that they really prefer the smallest pumice. So I've got my wine glass, got my holes already into it, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of filling up to do with pumice first. So I'm just going to grab a handful or two. Now this pumice has been cleaned prior, and it's been sitting and waiting to dry out, so I probably should have gotten it damp before I started working with it, because it is a bit dusty no matter what. Once the pumice dries out, it gets a bit dusty. So try not to do it, with your face right into it. And I think that might be a good height for the roots. Yeah, I think that's all right. I want it to be about there in the pot. I could put this directly in the center of this pot if I wanted to. I might pull it a little bit more towards the back just to give it more grow room. Like I said, I've been told this is part of what the twinkles come in, so I don't think it's going to get to be a massive, huge plant. And I'm hoping that I can actually get it to stay in this wine glass, because I do like the looks when they get their, big pendulous flower spikes with all the little dinky, tiny, lovely flowers. I've got one of my other twinkles I've gotten put into this setup in a wine glass. I am trying to be careful right around here because there are new roots growing, and This is about the level that I'm gonna leave it at, so it's got some room for these new roots to grow down and into the media. We've got that there. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish topping it off. So again, we're gonna put the tag in the back where the holes are so that when it comes watering time, it'll help make less of a mess. And then, as I mentioned, we're gonna top it off with some decorative rocks. And this is just mostly to hold the humidity in and to help keep the little dinky tiny pumice pieces from floating up and getting misplaced whilst watering. And I do find that this works quite good. Now these are just some rocks that I've had in other plants that have died, and so I'm just reusing them, and I have boiled these rocks. And there we have it. All right, Oncidium sotoanum in a wine glass. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I thank you guys very much for watching. A subscribe would be great. And everyone have a fabulous day.